RCB is never going to win the IPL trophy, man. What a joke of a team. So today's game was RCB versus Punjab Kings at the Chinnaswamy, which means easy 2 points for the away team. Punjab won the toss and elected to field first. Before we get into that, there was a lot of rain and the match got delayed, so the match got cut off for 6 overs each side, which means it was going to be a 14 over match. 4 of your bowlers could bowl 3 overs and 1 of your bowler could bowl 2 overs. If there's a 6th bowler, I don't know what the conditions were. Maxwell was dropped, Stoinis had returned, and finally Harpreet Brar had got into the squad. RCB went unchanged up until we saw the team batting. Basically, Rajat Patidar forgot who he had in the team list because of some impact rule, but I think he just wasn't sure what he was doing. The pitch is always going to be green at Chinnaswamy. I don't know why they're preparing these green pitches. It's like it doesn't suit your free batting style, so might as well give a flat wicket. You have the better bowlers than last year, but you think you can win away with your bowling, but your batsmen itself don't make the runs because of the pitch. RCB begins to bat first and pretty much almost ends it because Punjab Kings bowled brilliantly, beautifully, and it was like they never left off. It just the last match that happened and they continued from there. RCB was 42 for 7. Thanks to Tim David's half century, a blistering knock, they ended up at 93 for 9 in 14 overs. Thankfully, they didn't get bowled out and they ended up playing all of the 14 overs. There's nothing much to discuss. The pitch had more moisture, the outfield was slower, so it was even more difficult to bat first. And because it was only 14 overs, it was probably going to be difficult to bat for the second team as well. But you got to have runs on the board. And RCB, if they think they can beat with their bowling, you have issues in your bowling as well. Let's get on to Punjab's innings. Started off cautiously and then they ended up getting a few boundaries, but then they got 1 or 2 quick wickets. RCB got 1 or 2 quick wickets. Then came Nehal Wadhera. He played a match-winning knock. RCB, they didn't take Padikkal when they were batting. They wanted an extra bowler while defending. They were confident they could bat. But they forgot to realize that you have been collapsing at this home ground because of the green pitch, and right now you are going to collapse even more because the pitch has even more moisture due to rain. And guess what happened? That's exactly what happened. They were forced to take a batter at the lower down the order, and guess who they take? A man who has been playing all of the games for RCB, who is from Bangalore, whose home ground is Chinnaswamy. Devdutt Padikkal? No. We don't make smart choices at the RCB. We don't do that over here. They ended up taking a new guy called Manoj. I don't even know his full name. So he pretty much is an unknown guy, probably an uncapped player. And poor fella, he got his debut in such a horror situation when it was about 30-40 runs for 5 or 6 wickets. Pathetic planning from the RCB management and the captaincy. You should have just taken Devdutt Padikkal at the middle order itself and saved Jitesh or Patidar for later on. But nope. We don't take smart decisions. So that was one blunder that they took. They couldn't get an extra 6th bowler. So when Punjab started batting, it seems like it was tough to bat at. They were cautious. They weren't losing wickets, but RCB tried getting wickets up until the match turning point. The turning point was Shreyas's over. He bowled 4 dots and then Nehal Wadhera hit the last 2 balls to a 6 and a 4. I remember there was a slip in place, but right away he took a slip off after 4 dots. And guess what happened? 2 boundaries. Was it because of the slip? I don't know. But mentally, it affects the batsman if there's a slip in place. Mentally, the batsman is slightly more cautious. You can't play sweeps. You can't play reverse sweeps, basically. And you can't defend that well. He was already getting beaten. Why change it? Those 2 boundaries completely drained the momentum out of RCB that was building up. It seemed like it could go until the end. Maybe they might not get all out, but they could choke them towards the end. But guess what? They gave away the momentum. So after Shreyas's over, I think Josh Hazlewood came back, bowled a beautiful over, got a wicket as well. And the next over was logically meant to be a pacer. Because you have 3-4 overs left, might as well use the pacers and see where the game goes. But nope. He had to bring back Shreyas, whose momentum had been broken, and Nehal was feeling confident against him. And Nehal smashed him for boundaries and the game was pretty much over then and there. The match was over up until the 13th over. So what have we learned from the game? RCB has not learned from their mistakes. They ended up making another blunder with not playing a proper batsman because they wanted a 6th bowler. You might as well had taken an impact sub as Swapnil Singh. If you wanted, you could have got an extra bowler for the second innings and a batsman. I don't understand what RCB thinks. it's going to be very difficult for them to go on to playoffs from here. Because if you can't win at home, you have that mental block. It's easy points for the away team. Easy. Even if you win the toss one day, what are you going to do? Field first? But your batting keeps collapsing. And the 5th, 6th bowler, Krunal, has not been bowling well. The 6th bowler you needed, you ended up subbing out Liam Livingstone, which means you couldn't even get a 6th bowler. So all in all, whatever RCB had to fix, they made it even worse for themselves at home. Punjab is looking very, very confident. Their middle order issues are still there, but it seems like if this is the same middle order that's going to stay for 2 or 3 more games. Josh Inglis is finally getting used to the Indian conditions and getting used to the game. Nehal Wadhera started looking better. He played a match running now. He'll be more confident. Shreyas Iyer is always Shreyas Iyer. Prab Simran, that is the only weakness in their batting lineup, I would say. But overall, if this is the same batting lineup that's going to stay for the 2 games, Punjab Kings has a stable middle order, which means they've shut down that mistake. Then power play wicket, Arshdeep looked more confident. He had already gotten Phil Salt in first over. So the power play issues that they were having, Arshdeep Singh has finally fixed it. The confidence that they gained from that KKR game was the turning point for them. Now, before I go on to the previews, I just want to make 2 more points that people have asked me. First of all, why have there been so many runouts at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi? Is it a coincidence? No, it's not. Because the square boundaries are a lot shorter. They're less than 60 meters. So if it's easy to score the boundaries, it's not that easy to take a double. When the batsman runs on a regular stadium where there's minimum 60 to 62 meters boundaries, or sometimes even 70, you have more time to run. That becomes like muscle memory. So when you go back to this Arun Jaitley Stadium and you think you can get a double, the throw comes like a bullet and you don't have enough time to reach. That is one of the reasons there's so many runouts that happened at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. Second of all, have the fielding standards dropped in this IPL? Why have people dropped so many catches? I read a very interesting comment one day that it could be because there's an increasing use of saliva. So maybe that makes the ball slightly slippery. So when bowlers are using saliva and bowling it, the batsman hits it. Maybe that slippery ball is getting affected for the fielders because before the saliva rule was not there, so the ball would be dry. That could be one of the reasons. Second of all, I think people aren't putting that much effort into fielding in this long season. Nobody wants to get injured. They want to prove themselves for the franchise. They want to prove themselves that they're worthy of playing in their respective international teams. So which is why they want to avoid any injury as much as possible. Maybe they're also a key player for their franchisee, which is why the fielding standards this season have been poor. It's not a coincidence that this happened. Now let's get on to the previews. Gujarat versus Delhi. It's going to be at Ahmedabad. Gujarat is going to give them same sluggish wickets, which suits them, but might be difficult for Delhi. Delhi's top order is still fragile. Their middle order gets exposed very quickly. Gujarat will take advantage of that, and at a sluggish wicket like in Ahmedabad, their bowlers are in amazing form. I think they could topple up DC for a low total, or GT knows how to bat in these conditions better. They'll take their time and then give an above par score or even a decent par score, and they have the bowlers to be able to defend it. GT has an upper edge against Delhi, especially at Ahmedabad, and my prediction is the score is going to be about 180 to max 200, maybe even 170 to 180. I would say 170 to 190. 180 will be a par score. Gujarat Titans will win that game. Rajasthan Royals versus Lucknow Super Giants. Both of them are coming after a loss, but Lucknow Super Giants still has a very good batting lineup. Rishabh Pant is back into form. Ayush Badoni looks in good touch. David Miller is okayish. Whenever he got a chance, he scored runs. Abdul Samad is the only weakness. Maybe they could replace him with Shahbaz Ahmed. He gives you that 6th bowling option if you ended up settling for a below par total. The rest of the 5 bowlers are fine. Maybe Mayank Yadav, if he's back, he'll replace Akashdeep. If not, I see Prince Yadav getting a chance today in this game. And Rajasthan has so many issues. Their batting lineup is not firing, except Yashasvi Jaiswal and a little bit of Sanju. And if Sanju's injured, it's going to be an even bigger issue for Rajasthan. The bowlers, they are not up to the standards, except maybe Jofra Archer. Sandeep Sharma, that's it. The rigidness of Rajasthan Royals that I saw against Delhi when they were stuck to the left-right combination, even at the Super Over, they're not learning from their mistakes, just like RCB is not learning from their mistakes. So I do not expect them to win this game against a mighty batting lineup like Lucknow's. the big picture is that Lucknow Super Giants is probably going to have a dominating win against Rajasthan Royals. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And do not forget to follow me on my Instagram as well, because that's where I post my predictions on the Instagram stories. Until the next video, thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.